Steam on the glass, 2 little moons. Weekend coffee, just 1 spoon. Your sleeve brushing my hand at noon. Outside, the heat still stays, but in here, time floats away. Your smile hits me soft and sly, like the first spark in a summer sky. Glow of the alley lights keep me here all night. Glow of the alley lights, you make my chest feel bright. Glow of the alley lights, glow of the alley lights. We slip out slow, paper cup in hand. Your laugh gets caught in the warm night air. The back lane hums, the bins are swept, and every window looks half kept. You point at the gold on the brick, say it looks like a secret trick. I swear the whole block just moved when you turned and said stay here. Glow of the alley lights keep me here all night. Glow of the alley lights, you make my chest feel bright. Glow of the alley lights, glow of the alley lights. If you reach first, I'll follow past the hush, past the shadow. Let the evening bend and sway. I don't need much to stay, just your name, soft and near, and that gold line shining clear by the wall where the night feels slow, under the alley light glow. I clocked out with damp sleeves and a card key in my fist. The alley behind the bakery had rain on the brick. I leaned there by the dumpster, let the day fall off my back. A scooter hummed past the corner, then it faded down the track. Handwritten letter folded in my coat. Handwritten letter, you were close, then gone. I read your shaky ink in the afternoon rain, and for one small block I forgot my own name. Your words had a crooked margin, like you rode in a moving car. You said you kept my blue mug for when I wander far. A stray leaf stuck to my shoe as a bus sighed at the light. I smiled at the last line, then swallowed stood where the alley opened to the laundromat next door. Sun caught on a puddle like it was trying for more. I pressed your page to my chest, not to keep, just to hear how lonely can feel gentle when somebody's still near. The avenue bent under a dull gray sheet. Buses sighed at the curb, people rushed from the street. Beyond the window you were there, still as a glass of rain. I held my silence like a stone and let you leave again. Beyond the window you were going away. Beyond the window I lost the words I should have said. Beyond the window my heart stayed in that frame, and every drop on the pane said your name. The florist folded his awning in, the man shook water from his coat. A child drew circles in the fog on the shop front's yellow glow. I kept my hands in my sleeves like they could hide the ache. You turned and I almost called, but the moment would not wake. Beyond the window you were going away. Beyond the window I lost the words I should have said. Beyond the window my heart stayed in that frame, and every drop on the pane said your name. Now the afternoon drags slow through the room and under my skin. I see my face in the dark glass and the goodbye I kept within. If I stood there once again, I'd speak before you turned. But time is just a flooded street, and some lessons have to burn. Dear future me, I left the kettle on. The rain wrote lines on the balcony glass. I watched one bead pull the whole sky down. My hand stayed wrapped around the blue cup. Beyond the window the morning waits. Beyond the window it calls your name. Hold this ache gentle by the cracked up pane. I sat there once with my heart in pieces, counting the drops like small brave steps. When the dark grew thin, I saw the field line first, then one pale seam across the east. Beyond the window, the morning waits. Beyond the window, it calls your name. Hold this ache gentle, let it be light. Beyond the window, you still arrive. Dear future me, if you are tired, put your forehead to the cool glass. Let the rain finish what words can't do. Let the day come close and find you here. Do not rush, do not harden. The sky keeps opening, so will you. You left your dent in the chair, tearing on the wood. I found the box by the stairs, like I knew you would. A faded photograph bent at the corner just so. You grinning with both front teeth, like you'd never go. Faded photograph, keep your face in view. First snow on the porch, and I still look for you. Faded photograph, small and paper thin. You were warm in my hands, now you're cold again. Faded photograph, the old film's gone soft, but your laugh stays bright on that cracked little print in the winter light. There's a scarf on the hook that you never took down, and the mail by the sink still waits for your sound. I press my thumb to the glass like it might bring you back, but the frame only holds what the years take back. Faded photograph, keep your face in view. First snow on the porch, and I still look for you. Faded photograph, small and paper thin. You were warm in my hands, now you're cold again. Faded photograph, if I could step inside that 2x3 square, I'd tell you the whole year and find you there, where the smiles didn't know how to break into, where the first snow fell soft and I was still with you. Faded photograph, keep your face in view. First snow on the porch, and I still look for you. Faded photographs, small and paper thin. You were warm in my hands, now you're cold again. Faded photograph. Dear me, if you find this note in some blue December box, keep the tea warm on the stove and let the hard days talk. Tell Ray I still remember how she laughed with lemon gum, how we swore we'd outrun worry and still never quite become stars in the night sky. They kept our names, stars in the night sky. Still know the way. If you feel small, babe, look up, stay kind. Stars in the night sky are on our side. Morning came in a paper apron, soft eggshell light on the glass. You were there with your shoulders shaking, then you smiled and made it pass. So when the road gets mean and narrow, when your hands forget their heat, send this page to the version of you who was brave enough to speak. Stars in the night sky, they kept our names. Stars in the night sky, still know the way. If you feel small, babe, look up, stay kind. Stars in the night sky are on our side. And if I miss the old, old world, the one that slipped through rain, I'll meet you where the first birds turn and start again, again. We were never lost, just learning how to glow. Stars in the night sky follow us home. I found your name tonight in the spine of that old book. Pages bent from years of rain, and my hand shook when I looked. We were young in the margins, writing secrets in the dark. I could smell the paper and the wet world in your mark. In that rain-soaked alley, I still knew your light. Rain-soaked alley, under starlit night. You were there with me, like you never left. But your laugh came back so clear, like a song I almost knew. I traced the faded blue ink, and I heard your easy way saying stay a little longer, just to watch the puddles stay. In that rain-soaked alley, I still knew your light. Rain-soaked alley, under starlit night, you were there with me, like you never left. Rain-soaked alley, soft against my chest. If I stood there now with you, would we smile like we used to? Would you see the boy I was in the rain and silver moon? I don't need to ask for much, just to hold that feeling still. Old friend, you were the warmest ache underneath the windowsill. In that rain-soaked alley, I still knew your light. Rain-soaked alley, under starlit night, you were there with me, like you never left. Rain-soaked alley, soft against my chest. I found your old key in the pocket of June, rust on the teeth, but I still knew your room. My hands got bigger, my laugh got strange. I caught my face in a shop window pane. I was a kid with sand on my knees. Now I count the years by the pull of the breeze. Hear the waves call, hear the waves call. I was someone else when your name was small. Hear the waves call, hear the waves call. Happy like a spark before the dark could fall. I took the long road past the fairy lights, where the salt air bent all the edges of night. Your town stayed breathing in the wet porch wood, and I almost ran like I used to if I could. Then your voice came back from the edge of the pier, soft as a gull but crystal clear. And I grinned so hard I forgot the pain, like the whole sky opened and said my name. Hear the waves call, hear the waves call. I was someone else when your name was small. Hear the waves call, hear the waves call. Happy like a spark before the dark could fall. If you're out there under the same moon, save me a second, I'm coming soon. I'll bring my split up heart and my salt worn shoes, and the sound of waves will lead me to you. like a key in my palm. After all those months, I still knew your laugh. We stood by the curb under 1 week light, and the whole block softened like it hurt you too. Under the street lamp, my chest let go. Under the street lamp, I found the low. You said my name like you never left, never left. Under the street lamp, I could breathe again. Your coat had rain on it from the avenue bend. Mine had last week dust from a room with no sleep. We talked in half sentences, then in real ones too. And every old ache stepped back from the door. Under the street lamp, my chest let go. Under the street lamp, I found the low. You said my name like you never left, never left. Under the street lamp, I could breathe again. If I'm honest, I was braced for a ghost, but you were just human, warm and close. The dark held still while we found our way in that little pool of gold. Made me stay. You came and soaked from the rain with that same tired grin. Your coat held the storm like a map on your skin. I saw the boy you were before the hard years came, before your hands learned how to hide your name. Hear the sound of waves, hear the sound of waves. It knows your old face, it calls you back home. Hear the sound of waves, hear the sound of waves. When you cannot stay, I will walk you home. We sat by the window and watched the gutters run. You said you missed the way you used to trust the sun. I said, hey old friend, you are not gone at all. You're just buried under what the cold days taught. Hear the sound of waves, hear the sound of waves. It your chest feel stone. Let the rain on the glass be a hand on your own. And when the dark pulls close and the night won't move, there's a